No, we understand.
Do you speak it?
Yeah.
No. So why are you here?
I want to be
It's
like
the
live
balance.
television for once in my life.
He's like a groupie.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you want to be.
He's a fluffer.
You're the band.
You call it one.
We're
You call it
the
one.
Were you fluffing Travis in there earlier?
You want the signature from the band. Yeah.
He's just trying to come to the old party.
I know, I'm sorting it out.
What part?
Need like air or something on me.
Is this good?
This is the best lap game over there.
What's over there?
The mini
When they will, when they change.
Get on really.
What do you recommend? Yeah, honestly, it's amazing. If I could steal anything in this office, what would I do?
I'll steal that lap.
Don't
One.
back.
I'll
Don't
just
back.
see selfies on every desk.
Don't, certainly, I didn't
Alright, but they're ridiculously expensive, aren't
They are.
they? The thing is, they last forever.
they,
Sure.
Oh my god. What's that? No, this is. It's not that. It's coming through this now.
It's £400.
It's not so bad.
It might be that since that's come on. Might be that since that's come on.
I think that's true.
we've got to do microphones in.
Yeah, it's off.
And the speaker, oh no, it's not looping from
Is that muted, Michael?
Right, let's try this again. Goodness sake. It was working.
We don't need to hear it though, as long as they can hear us.
Yeah, so no.
Extend mortgage next year or?
They said that they could hear Ross better without the microphone.
I think that's
Yeah, which I'm just going to.
Michael, turn the volume down and take it off mute. We don't need to hear it back up.
No, it's off. It's off.
Did you hear what I'm saying though?
I've been more.
Put it on, turn the volume on,
I
Yeah, the volume's off.
tried to learn.
and take it off mute and talk.
Much better. Keep talking. Can you hear me? Don.
So according to the economists today, the stats I wrote down.
That's the TT00.
Mhm.
I think it's a new version of that.
20% of the disposable income increase.
How much?
20%.
You're not talking, can I hear you?
Central in the background. Yeah. Now, okay. It seems a lot better now. So if you want to give that a go, so let me you just message everyone in there.
Yeah.
And some pure GP.
Can I just say, are the rest of marketing data science is funny? She's not even in there, and she's not funny.
Okay, so apparently it's a lot better now. So we're just waiting for everyone to join.
Woody things, they're called read views.
Woody things.
Not to switch to any mortgage. I think I want a variable.
Okay, found it for 327.
YouTube, so what I look on YouTube is my alternative next option is the greatest try ever since 1990.
Qualify the best with your friends.
Floyd, Australia pulled out the 60.
I think I'll just sack it off.
It's okay, don't worry.
Can't you just record it and then we'll send it?
Why don't we do next week a proper run through, even if it's
Why
just
is it, not,
us?
is it still not working?
Yeah. No, there's 8 people watching now.
Yeah, so just do it then.
One of those is me,
Yeah.
just so you know. And Tom.
You can hear it.
Okay. It's supposed to be live. It says it live on here, so
It's nothing.
nothing, no. I think we should just do it again another time.
Yeah.
It was working absolutely fine earlier, wasn't it?
Yeah, we'll try it next time in
So
here.
let's, yeah, at your convenience, let's just do a proper run through next time before, offline.
What, record it instead and
Well, we can record it
then play it.
just so that
See that might be good.
we don't get them all to come in and then.
Oh, it says it's working now.
Why don't
Okay.
you record it anyway? Because pre-recorded would be good, and then we can all just be together for the open question.
We can hear this
at the end.
conversation. Do you wanna let's pre-record it now, and then I can go. Everyone's saying go. Do you want to just give it a go, and then I'll try and record it.
Okay.
Should we start again? Let's see if I can record. Okay, there's more people joining, so let's should we start again? Because then, okay, Ross, if you don't mind.
He's going to skip to the end.
Okay, we'll skip to the end. Okay, cool. So. Right, amazing. Okay.
Right, where am I?
Just gonna
Hello everyone,
kind
where
of,
am I sitting? And there? Is it?
That's good.
That looks like I'm about in the right place. Is it?
yeah, let's see.
Yep. Oh, sitting on some stuff.
Have to cut down.
Right, hopefully everyone can hear. Welcome to Town Hall Take 2. It's so good we managed to reduce Ross to just one session, and he'll come back on at the end and repeat what he said earlier. I just wanted to come on just to kick off actually to talk around the economy, the kind of environment we're facing, probably what everyone's seeing in terms of the restaurant sales at the moment. Because I guess a lot of you will have noticed that things are a little quiet. And I just wanted to talk around where our expectations are on that and what we think is going on. So a couple of things just to say, really the cliches of Game of Two Halves. We started the year really well, and for the first 4 months of the year, April through to the end of April, oh, my phone's ringing, that's always good, but and it's Zach, I think I'll ignore him. Apologies. We started the year January to April. Our like-for-like sales, which if you're not sure that's where we compare sales in restaurants that were open last year to restaurants open this year. So we're looking at an exact like-for-like, not just general business growth. What we've saw was over those first 4 months that sales were up about 6% on last year. At the end of April, early May, things suddenly turned around, and over the last 7 weeks, we've been down around about 7%. So that's from +6 to -7 is quite a turnaround. I want to put that in context, and that's really just what I want to talk about today. And I think there are 3 things I want to say about that. Firstly, it's the economy, not us. Secondly, we're doing a little bit better than most others in this environment. And thirdly, it won't last forever. So just talking about those things a little bit more. In terms of the economy, what's really driving this, I think, is just the broader economy. if you had been able to hear the first round of this this session, Ross asked me to say what was going to happen to interest rates tomorrow. I suspect, unfortunately, they're going to go up again. Inflation is still sitting stubbornly high, somewhere around about 9%, and that just means that all the cost of living crisis is continuing. That people have much less money in their pockets. They said the way interest rates turn into a problem for us is, I've just read a report today where they're saying that 1.4 million people next year are going to face a 20% reduction in their income as effect of just higher mortgage payments. So when the new deals come up,
It's depressing.
it's depressing. I know.
But a good positive.
I'm going to come to.
In about
I'm
an
getting. In about an hour, I'll come to that. I'm just putting the context is the economy is screwed, and we're facing the challenges of that. And when you're faced with a tide like that, all we can do as a business is swim against it harder and better than other people. And the good news is, Mr. Butler, is that we are swimming against it, as far as we can tell, harder and better than others. So whilst we've obviously got that little bit of challenge in sales, from what we are aware, we think Hawksmoor are probably down over 20% in May. We think the Ramsey restaurant's down about 15%. We know the Ivy have taken out an emergency loan. So that's the kind of context we're in. And as far as we can tell, we are doing a lot better than many of our competitors in what's a really tough world. The final thing, though, is to say it won't last forever. Again, just before, whilst we were hanging around now, Tom just said, when's it going to improve? And when are interest rates going to come down? I think the reality is inflation is going to start falling. It is beginning to fall now and will hopefully speed up over the rest of this year. But interest rates probably won't come down until next year. So the question is, when are things going to improve? They could start improving quite soon. It might take to sort of end of spring next year. And we're planning on both scenarios. So we are ready in case of both good news and bad news. What does that mean in terms of where we're all at on bonus, which is I'm sure what everyone's interested in. You know, the truth is probably we are now we just dropped behind bonus at the moment. But I think if things start turning around, which they should well do over the next 2-3 months, then we'll be back in place and hopefully in a good place by the end of the year. And that's our expectation. So let's go for that. In the meantime, all we can do is, as I say, is to swim better in this environment than others. And that just means keeping our service and our quality up. People will, if they're spending less going out, they will go to the places which give them the best service and the best quality. So let's really keep focusing on that and keep focusing on costs, because obviously with less income coming in, we do need to keep an eye on costs. So let's be really controlled and spend only when we need to, where it benefits the customer or it benefits sales, and really push on that. And that's probably it. So moderately depressing, but there's hope in the economic challenges.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
Who's next?
Travis.
I'm agreeing.
When you're ready.
Oh, God.
Just speak a little bit louder because it's kind of dropping. Good as well. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. All right, so to put a nice spin on Steve's doom and gloom, things to look forward to. Summer has kicked off. I think Ross touched on a couple of points previously with Covent Garden opening. Great success. Thank you for all the support that everybody has shown. It's exciting to see that we're getting some decent results out of there already. And again, a special thanks to the task force for all of the team that moved across and helped out, the heads of department, waiters, bartenders, reception, to ensure a smooth opening. Thank you very much. Ross also mentioned about the summer events that have kicked off, starting with Ascot, that Lionel and Tom have put together and that are working there. Again, thank you for the teams that have come down and helped out. We're looking at BST, the polo on Friday, Henley Regatta, and Silverstone. That is all still yet to come, and Boodles, which is a tennis tournament that's taken off for him. So again, thank you even to head office who has pitched in and helping out with the BST. It's really kind of you, and all the support is very welcome. So thank you very much for that. What else do we have? In June, Father's Day. Father's Day was a great day last weekend. Sales were a little bit off of last year, but it was still a good day to to get out and again, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. We did have a couple of incentives running, which was nice, and some congratulations will go to, it was announced, I believe, Covent Garden. They took top prize for walk-ins as a percentage. Out of 306 covers on the day, they had a total of 114 covers at 37.3%, so congratulations to them. We also did growth, best growth on sales for previous year. Father's Day, that prize went to Birmingham, who did 18,000 versus 11.9 thousand last year, which was 51.8%. So well done. That was a big jump in growth. And then finally, we did a little bit of a different one so that everybody could be included and not just kind of the like for likes. But we did one for growth on spend per head versus your average Sunday since the beginning of 2023. And what do you know? Covent Garden took that prize as well. They did £65.89 versus 59, and it was a 10.6% growth. So well done to them. Thanks for everybody for playing. What else do we have? Mystery Diners. Mystery Diners, we celebrated May's results in June. We always celebrate halfway through the following months once all the scores have come back in and you've all had a chance to argue and come up with excuses for all of the points you missed. But this was a great result. We actually had 18 out of 19 restaurants score 91% or better. That's the best I think we've done ever. So let's see if we can get to all restaurants scoring 90 or above. That's yet to be seen, but we will. Top prizes went to 100%ers. There was 3. So congratulations to MTNS, M Canary, and Richmond. Well done for all scoring 100%. Reviews are, we're in a good place with reviews at the moment. For the quarter, so for the last 13 weeks, the rolling 13 weeks, as a group, we are at 4.5, so well done. For the period to date, for the month of June so far, and we're in the final week, we are at 4.5, so please keep it up. Special mention goes to M Canary, Hampstead, Sloane, Charlotte, all for scoring 4.8 period to date. And finally, Edinburgh and Covent Garden, extra special shout out for a new restaurant opening up who both have scored 4.7 period to date. So well done. That's a really good achievement, Covent Garden. First couple of weeks to be open and be scoring that high on your reviews. Well done, keep it up. And it's not just a few reviews. They've actually had a good number of reviews as well. So good stuff. And I think finally, now we're moving into summer. And we have got one opening left. So we're all gearing up now to get Cardiff open. Oh, 1.5. We've also got City that will be opening up more later towards the end of the summer. But it's Cardiff as a new restaurant to the family. So there is one opening still to go. And it was nice. Jade, who is helping out in Ascot, all happy and ready to go and get back, start recruiting for her team. I met the lovely Sam today in Tower, who speaks very highly of her welcome and her training so far. So great job, Tower. And it was a pleasure to meet you, Sam. I look forward to working more with you in the future. I think that's it for the moment. That's kind of the operation. Oh, and finally, as well, you'll all know already, if not, your ops will be talking to you about the new forecasting and the new EODs that are being trialed in some of your restaurants. The idea behind them is to make this process a lot smoother, faster, and easier for everybody involved. So managers, I'm sure you'll be welcoming the, once it is finalized and set up, I'm sure you'll be welcoming that with open arms and enthusiasm. So please, your ops will be choosing one site in each patch. So your feedback is more than is very welcome. Catherine, her patch I think has a few sites working on it. So please get us your feedback and let's get this rolling. Thanks for your time, everybody. Back to the green room.
Okay. Hi everyone, just a quick impact sustainability update from me. So for the last 6 months, we've been working on rolling out some initiatives across the business. So you've all done your energy and waste management training now. for our TNS, which we're coming to do that next week. And what that was doing was really laying the foundation to understand how important it is to monitor our energy usage and to work towards our increasing our recycling rates. And as we've been discussing, obviously energy at the moment, very, very pricey, and so with the economic situation, it's now more important than ever that we're on top of our energy and reducing it where possible. So you've all got your checklist and you've all got your waste management template set up. We are now at a point where this should be being integrated into everybody's day-to-day life, everybody being briefed on it, and some monitoring coming from me to tell you how you're performing against what you set out to do. What we're now looking at is taking this to the next stage. So I've spoken to a few of you about some software that we've been investigating and trialling in Charlotte Street and Piccadilly that plugs into distribution boards, and it gives us really good up-to-date information, live data on your electricity usage. So I'm pleased to say that we have decided to go ahead with that project, and we've got a few sites that will be rolling that out soon. For those of you that will be getting it first, I'll be in touch and let you know what that's all about. But that will really, really help us to monitor our energy and to make sure that we are using it in the most efficient way possible. And then it will be very, very useful in terms of working towards targets that we'll be setting in terms of overnight usage and things like that. We've also just today started talking to all of the head chefs and the op chefs about food waste tracking. So this is something that every single site will start to roll out over the next couple of weeks. It's a very, very simple process. It just means that we are actually weighing the food waste that we're producing on a daily basis at each restaurant. And this is just going to give us really good insight into how much we're producing and where we're getting it from, like what's driving the food waste production. And what we're going to be doing is using this to create a really good picture of food waste across the business. And so we know what targets to put in place to halve our food waste by 2030, which, as you all should know, is one of our core targets. And it's not just me being annoying doing these things, but this actually falls into a lot of compliance. So some of these things will be a bit of an internal compliance, but also in 2024, we're looking at a lot of mandatory reporting coming forward, especially with regards to food waste. That is something that in 2024, we will have to disclose to the government as the size of the business that we are. And also we will be having to disclose our energy usage as well as part of the Energy Savings Opportunity Scheme. So not just me being annoying, but also very, very key for our business going forward. And the only other thing to update you on at the moment is I'm about to press send on all of the carbon footprints for all of your individual restaurant sites. This is about a 6-week turnaround, a little bit behind just due to gathering so much data. But once we have that, every single site, you'll have your carbon footprint for 2022, and we will look at your specific reduction targets in order to get us to net zero by 2040. I think that's everything from me. Thank you.
Right, hi everyone. Hi everyone. Yeah, just quick sales updates. Just to let you know everything we've got going on and we've been doing in the sales and reservations team. So just wanted to start off with some really lovely news and congratulate both Elise, who has been promoted from business development exec to manager in TNS. So congratulations Elise, well done. And to Sophie, who is our BDM of Edinburgh, who is now looking after both Edinburgh and Newcastle. So very proud of both of you, and I'm sure everyone will congratulate you when they see you. Just also wanted to welcome to the team Lucy, who is supporting Sophie in Newcastle. So welcome Lucy. We have another Lucy who's joined us. Well, she joined us about 6 weeks ago now, but Lucy is looking after M and Gaucho Canary Wharf, so big welcome to you, Lucy. Promise I don't only hire Lucy's. And we also have Rose, who's joined the team, and she's going to be supporting the London City team with incoming inquiries and phone calls. So welcome to the team, you guys. Just in terms of Q2, just thought I'd give you an update on where we're up to for pre-booked. So as of today, we're 80k off of our target. We've got 10 days to go. Good news is we normally convert around 100k in the week, so we should absolutely smash this. But conversion and quick response time is really, really key over this week and next. I did just want to congratulate those BDMs who have already hit their target though for Q2. So big well done to Rosa in Birmingham, Hannah in Chancery Lane, Leon in Charlotte Street, Sophie in Glasgow, Katie in Leeds, Harriet in Manchester, Vida in the O2, Jo in Sloane, Kat in Tower, Elise in TNS, and then Katie for the Crane Tap. So well done, guys. Just an extra special shout out though for Kat in Tower, who's actually smashed their target by over 80k. So incredible work, Kat. Well done. And then as we're coming to the end of the first half of the year as well, we've actually booked in and confirmed £6.9 million through the group's team in the first half of this year, which is exactly where I projected we would be, which is amazing. So well done, everyone.
Numbers next.
In reservations, the team are really working hard on building referrals and the referral process. And I just wanted to say well done to the reservations team as well, because they have scored 100% in their last 3 mystery diners, which is amazing. So well done, guys. And just lastly then, what have we got going on? So we've heard from Steve that times can be tough. Well, what have we got going on to support that in my team? Well, we are really focusing on just being really brilliant at the basics and ensuring that we answer every phone call and we convert as many bookings as we possibly can, and those that we can't confirm in a restaurant, that we refer across to another restaurant wherever possible. All of that is being tracked and reported on, so if you haven't already read the weekly sales update, read it, because all the information in there is broken down site by site, and you'll be able to see exactly where you are up to and your site's up to and those 3 things. That's it from me. Thank you. I think over to Laura.
Thank you.
Cool.
Hello. Hi everyone. I'm going to do a perch as well, that feels more easy. I just wanted to give a bit of a marketing update because obviously Holly is still sunning herself in San Diego until Monday. So I just wanted to kind of touch base on all the great work that we did for Covent Garden, which I think every time we do an opening, we definitely take things away that we can improve. So each opening we do is better than the last, I feel. So for this launch in particular, it was quite important because obviously it's in London, and London's very competitive, obviously, you know, there's always plenty of restaurants opening. So I just want to give a summary of everything that we did in terms of Covent Garden. So we did some PR boxes, which were these gorgeous black hampers filled with lots of Gaucho branded goodies, which were hand delivered to places like Vogue House by the wonderful Maria, who is the Strictly Come Dancing coach professional for Argentine Tango. She was all dressed up. So we got some great social content for that. We did a week long of activations outside the restaurant with a great kind of big spinning wheel, which we branded. So big shout out to Rachel's team for really stepping in and adding in all their names for all the various shifts to cover all of that, which was fabulous. So lots of kind of bounce backs and prizes and incentivisations to come to the restaurant. We also did a tango flash mob, which was the first we've ever done at Gaucho, which was brilliant. So we had about 30 people on the street all suddenly start dancing in their own clothes to a choreographed dance just outside the restaurant, which made a really great impact. Lots of people were stopping and staring, which was exactly what we wanted. We created a database lead gen campaign. So that's essentially getting people to sign up to our database, in case people don't know what that means. And we did that obviously through collateral and then also paid ads as well, which was all run by Patrick, who is our digital marketing manager, in case you don't know who that is. We did a soft launch, so obviously exclusive invitations, which were sent to key contacts, and this one was fab because we sold out all the slots in about 2 minutes. So I don't know if it would be possible because it might break our system, but obviously for Cardiff the aim will now be 1 minute. But we'll see if OpenTable can keep up. We also had an SEO, PPC and social media campaign. So SEO, if anybody doesn't know what that means, it's search engine optimization, and PPC is pay per click. So that kind of nice advert bar that you see in top when you Google anything. We did lots of campaigns around that to make sure that we were number one when it came to searches for things like best restaurant in Covent Garden. And then of course the press dinner and the party, which were both very well attended by lots of different media contacts, lots of celebrities as well, lots of Strictly Come Dancing people, which I know Holly and Joe were very happy about. And the kind of ongoing thing for Covent Garden, of course, is the first ever Gaucho breakfast that we're running as well. So that's available, I think, 8:30 Monday to Friday, and now from 9 o'clock on Saturday and Sunday until 11:30. And then, of course, our secret tango show. So that's every Friday and Saturday evening, late night tango show for anyone dining downstairs from about 9 p.m. So all amazing work for Covent Garden, and a big thank you to everybody that helped and was involved and dealt with a lot of the marketing team running around like crazy people for a couple of weeks, so very much appreciated. And then kind of things to look forward to, kind of working on what Steve was saying earlier in terms of the state of the economy and how, as a marketing team, we're sort of responding to that. Our focus now is obviously pushing a value for money piece, so obviously our really great offering in terms of set lunch and also pre-theatre, which is obviously kind of 3 courses for £30, which is, you can't get better value for that, and the kind of, as our tagline is, the affordable side of luxury, which is where I always feel that Gaucho is well positioned for. And then obviously kind of summer reasons to visit, so all our brilliant terraces, all our outdoor spaces, all our lighter dishes, ceviches, all our kind of great cocktails, and lots of brilliant wine, which we'll all be pushing in the messaging in the upcoming kind of summer months, to kind of get people to keep coming into the restaurant. We're obviously a steak restaurant, a brilliant steak restaurant, but we do need to focus on our kind of Latin American roots, which really lends itself well to summer dining. So that's kind of where we'll be positioning ourselves. And then also in terms of all the great activations that we've got going on in terms of Henley, Ascot, we'll be using those opportunities to kind of capture new audiences and bring them into the restaurant. So with bounce back cards and newsletter sign-ups and brilliant collateral that the graphic design team has put together. So yeah, that's kind of my update from my side. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lauren.
Go on.
Oh, sorry.
Hi everyone. So I just want to go through a couple of bits with you. The first one is around the engagement tour that Ross and I have just been on. So we can finally say, thank goodness, that we have been everywhere. We even saw the city team this morning, and we've got one more to go. So there's an invite coming out to the head office team on Tuesday, and we're going to see you here at 10 o'clock, and then that'll be our final engagement tour of this year. It feels like we've been on it forever, and we'll probably start next year's pretty soon. And we're just going to go through everything that we need to with you in the GM meeting on the 19th. So we've taken all of the feedback that we've had. I've got a list that's insane around everything that we need to do to feed back to you, and we're going to read that out to you and kind of go through all the structure that we put in place on the 19th of July, and we get together. So there is, I just wanted to go through another couple of updates from the people team. So we currently have a recruitment freeze on, and the reason why I wanted to explain this to you is this came out of Covent Garden on Friday. So we got there and we were doing our engagement tour, and the teams were talking to us around levels of staff within the business, and they were worried around their hours. So immediately we put a recruitment freeze on. This is a positive thing in terms of engagement. So this is to support everybody that we have within the business to ensure that they have the hours that they need, and that we as a business are looking after our staff. So I want to make sure that it's really clear that we've done it in a positive way. We understand that certain sites still need to recruit for certain roles, of which the team are helping you with individually, but we cannot have half of Harry on and half of Harry off, so we have to turn it completely off, and then the team will individually help you. But the whole point of it is to support our teams and our current teams to ensure that we have the right people in place for when the hours come back and the restaurants get busier. So it's all around engagement and looking after our people. Also travel and expenses, so it's really important while we've got the quieter period of sales that we're all ensuring that we're not travelling around for the sake of it, that we're being careful with the expenses and that we're looking after everything. So as a team and a head office team, we're also doing the same. So we've gone around doing a big engagement tour, we're supporting, but I want you to be aware that we are still available and we are still coming around the restaurants. It might just seem a little bit quieter at the moment in terms of supporting with the spend and the travel. But we're very much available should you need us at all. The engagement survey is obviously live at the moment, and when we last got the report we were at 34%, so it's been open for a week and a half. We've got another week and a half to go. We have an update tomorrow, so if you haven't already, please encourage to reshare the links, make sure that we're getting it out there. Last year we finished on 45%, and Ross and I would really love to see around 60% completion by the end of this week, if not the next week, which will really help to formulate the people strategy moving forward to ensure that I know exactly what's needed from the teams. Julie sent out an email around DE&I flow module. So there was a lot of people on the list that had not completed the DE&I flow module. So can I please ask that as leaders in the business we ensure that the teams have completed it, that you've completed it yourselves, and a lot of head office were on there. So please make sure that you've done the DE&I module. The whole reason for the engagement tour, the training, the briefings, to make sure that it's at the forefront of everyone's mind, and not everybody's completed that. And then, as I said, next up and coming event is the 19th of July. If you haven't already booked your travel, please do. And that meeting will all be around the focus of the structure, in terms of communication and all the feedback that's come from the engagement tour that Ross and I have been on. So that will be more around supporting the framework of what's expected when we talked about the partnership between the employee and the employer. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's you now.
See you again.
Yeah, you're back.
You go back to the beginning or? You go back to the beginning?
Hi everyone. Apparently you missed the first part, though if you came on really early you might have heard me some few choice words that we thought weren't recorded, so apologies for that. So I did do the anniversaries before, but I'm going to do them again because you missed it all. So we're only doing 5 and 10 years, and then obviously 15 and 20, because there's too many of you at 1, 2, 3 and 4, which is a great thing. So 5 years we've got Craig from Newcastle, Eddie from the O2, Jason from Piccadilly, Lakia from head office, and at 10 years we've got Danny G. Congratulations for surviving 10 years with us. And on the first run I was explaining about Danny's journey through Rare, but I was actually thinking about it. I mean, I've actually worked with him, I think, in 4 different restaurants. I mean, he's really been through the mill, so he deserves his check plus all the kudos that goes with being a 10-year veteran. There's a lot of new management in the company. We've got, I can't even count how many, but around 15 new starters in management. So welcome to you all. I've really enjoyed getting to meet not all of you, but most of you, and looking forward to meeting those who I haven't very shortly. I've got also gems to announce. I may or may not have mislaid the piece of paper with. Just bear with me for one moment. Yeah, okay. So, no. So, congratulations to Edison, table host from Piccadilly, was nominated by Matt. We've got Anna, who was nominated by Enya and Aileen.
No.
We haven't got that.
I think it's all 3.
Right, all 3 were nominated by Lara.
Oh, yes.
Well done.
Yes.
We've got Akis, who's the head bartender at Hampstead, nominated by Theo. I mean, Akis, I've seen him in about 5 different sites, so he gets a special well done from me. Dom, who's been nominated by Joe. Camilla, who's been nominated by Gareth, and we have Molly who's been nominated by Dimitri in Liverpool as a table host. Well done and thank you. I think something nice is heading your way in the next brief. So Travis did my kind of, he copied my first run at this and kind of talked about all the cool, interesting stuff. And Joe also did a bit on the engagement tool, so there's not that much to talk about. But I think I'd like to mention that so based on the feedback we got from the engagement tour, we are going to be trying a couple of new things out. We're going to try a la carte staff food, which is going to we're going to be trialled on a couple of sites. I think it's going to be Broadgate and Edinburgh. Tom's going to confirm. That should be starting week commencing 3rd of July. So that's quite a cool new way of, we're looking to basically make the staff food easier to produce from a kitchen point of view, healthier for staff point of view, and more flexible. And perhaps most importantly, or at least of equal importance, is we're going to reduce waste massively. No more kind of lukewarm food on the pass straight to the bin. We're going to trial a kind of, you can order the food whenever the kitchen's open thing. That's great. The only other thing I wanted to say is well done to Michael. Doing new stuff is really difficult. But if we just do things the same way, then the business doesn't go forward. And it's when you put yourself out there, it doesn't always go right. But we're getting there. I think we're making a step forward. Obviously, don't say swear words whenever you see a camera anywhere near you, even if you're assured by Michael that it's not recording. Lesson learned over here. But well done. Thanks for being patient and for tuning in. We're going to give it a slightly more robust test before the next town hall, before we open ourselves up to everyone in the company. That's it. Looking forward to seeing you all in the restaurants. Have a great week.
Found it. I found the evidence.